this life we live in, you feel me? There are certain things or certain time in our lives where you come to realize that you gotta start living your life according to you and not according to other people and whatnot. It's really hard to stay unique nowadays because like you have so many things to influence you, and and it's hard to stay original and all that. But basically this video is basically to tell the world and everybody else that it's okay to be unique. You feel me? Like you should never have to feel like you have to be like everybody else. God put you in this earth for a reason. He gave you the ability that you have and the skills that you have for a reason, so you should use them to better yourself, to make a better version of yourself. We should not all be the same. We should not all think the same. We should not all see the same vision and all that. The beauty of human beings is the fact that we have varieties of people that come from different backgrounds all over the world. And so when you try to imitate things and you try to do the same thing over and over again, it becomes boring. It becomes uninteresting. And I feel like that's where the world is getting to. Where if something goes viral on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it might be, and it will just go viral and all over the world, and everybody else will start doing the same thing. And the crazy thing is that the things that we should be spreading in the world, or the things that we should be making go viral all around the world, are not the things that we usually make go viral. We make things that don't even have a meaning to our lives go viral, and we can't make a simple situation like poverty go away, simple situations like inequality go away, simple situations like women not being treated as men or vice versa go away. It's time we start thinking about how to make the world a better place by implementing solutions that are able to impact everybody, regardless of your color or where you come from and all that. It's really important that we understand that aspect of life. God gives us the ability to think, so we should start thinking about the right thing, things to think of. We should start thinking about creative ways to tackle some of these problems we have in our world. It's not fair that a kid from Africa have to go through whatever they have to go through all day, every day, and they're working hard too, but you're not being able to eat or not being able to have a place to sleep at night and all that. Where you have people in America, all over the world, wherever, who got billions of money and millions of money, and they don't think about that aspect of life. It's not fair that you have kids that grow up into poverty and they probably gonna die to poverty, and you have kids that grow up into wealth, and that's how they are. It ain't that the kids that grew up in a wealthy background or whatever, are better kids than the ones that grew up in poverty. It ain't that. It's just life situation happens sometimes, and God have a plan for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like God have a plan to for all of us. At the end of the day, you just gotta be able to sustain your self-worth, and understand that your time will come. But also having the capability of praying to have empathy, because that's what the world is missing. We're missing empathy. We don't know how to empathize with people anymore, and that's why it's so goddamn hard to just, help people the way we should without expecting something in return, because, we have a lot of sympathize in the world, but we don't have a lot of empathy, if you don't know the difference between that, then that's part of the problem. Because I feel like a lot of times people you say, I sympathize with people and all that, as a way to say, I'm a good person and all that, and But that ain't it, you know. You should empathize with people, not sympathize with people. You should be able to understand people from their perspective. You're able to put yourself in their situation, understand what they're going on, what goes on in their life, and so forth. We should be able to help one another without expecting nothing in return. That's what God wants us to do at the end of the day. It's the fact that you're able to help someone intentionally because it's coming from your heart and it's pure, unconventional. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have no expectations because of that. You're doing it because you wanted to, because that's what we should do as human beings. We should help each other, one another, and all that. So I just hope the world get better, and God is able to keep me around for as long as I can be, because I feel like this is what I want to do with my life. I want to be able to express myself the way I want to, the thoughts that I have in my head, and the messages I feel like I want to share with the world. This is exactly what I want to do, and so I hope God is able to bless me and my goal and what I'm trying to get to with this, and let's spread peace throughout the world. That's my message. Spread peace throughout the world. And learn how to empathize with people and so forth. We all come from the same race, and that's the race of human beings. So we shouldn't act like we far from each other. No, we are family at the end of the day. It don't matter if you're white or black or whatever you want to call yourself. Life started in Africa. Started with a black man, and that's how it's gonna be. So all you people, all the other I do so many bad things, man. I don't even know how to start the conversation with God, And I feel like I only get close to God when I'm going through stuff, when I feel like the world about to crash on me. That's when I feel like, oh, I should call God, but that ain't the right thing to do. You should always speak to God. You should always find a way to pray and all that. Not only when you have problems, that's when you feel like you should go to God. You should go to God anytime, every time. You know what I'm saying? You should praise His name every time and any time. And I hope that He's able to help me and be in my corner to the point where I'm able to get to that level where even when I don't have problems, I'm able to come in front of Him, and I'm able to talk to Him transparently, even though He knows everything that goes on in my heart before I even say it, even though He knows everything that I want to say to Him before I even say it. Still, I want to say it. I want to be able to take that time in my day and know that I'm talking to Him. Yeah, man.
Goodbye.